Welcome back to quantreef.com. Bitcoin sitting right around 63,940, parked almost exactly on session VWAP, which makes this a genuinely interesting spot to dig into. We'll walk through liquidity, support and resistance, VWAP, Fibonacci, fair value gaps, positioning, and where this likely goes over the next several hours. Price is at 63,940, right on top of session VWAP at 63,935, so no real edge there. Both anchored VWAPs, from the swing high near 64.59 and the swing low near 64.149, sit just above price, meaning Bitcoin's trading under value on that read. Momentum's neutral, layers are mixed, this looks like consolidation, not trend. The bigger liquidation pool sits below, near 62,861, holding about 52% of the notional versus 48 above at 65,805. That downside pool is closer in percentage terms and carries slightly more weight, so there's a real pull toward it. Markets tend to hunt these resting orders before reversing, since that's where the fuel for a real move actually sits. Both sides matter here, it's fairly balanced. On screen, resistance stacks above at the stop-loss zone near 64,210, then the 0.5 fib at 64,589, then targets at 65,567, 66,938, and 68,215. There's nothing printed as support below right now, which itself says a lot. Price has room to breathe lower before hitting a labeled floor. Stop hunt risk is flagged high, so expect wicks through that stop-loss cluster first. Above price, the nearest fair value gap is the daily bearish one between 63,970 and 64,730, largely unfilled and a magnet given its high revisit tendency. Below, there's a 4-hour bullish gap between 62,863 and 63,664, already about 40% filled. On the fib swing, price sits right at the 0.5 level near 63,816, inside the retracement, meaning that fib is doing the arguing right now more than the gaps. The card grades this a watch, N at 79, HTS at 59, carried by trend and structure plus order flow, but dragged hard by volatility and institutional positioning scoring low. Retail 61% long, top account 63% long, yet 4-hour taker flow is 58% short against 42% long. That's a real mismatch, longs are crowded while actual flow is selling into them. With takers leaning short at 58% and retail and top accounts both long, a squeeze lower toward that downside pool near 62,861 looks like the more probable first stop, flushing crowded longs before any bounce. If sellers win, expect a tag of that liquidity and a reaction from the bullish 4-hour gap. If buyers defend the 0.5 fib instead, look for a push into the daily bearish gap near 64,730 and then the 65,567 target. Bullish case confirms on acceptance above 64,589, invalidated back under 62,861. Bearish case confirms losing that fib with volume, invalidated back above the stop cluster near 64,210. So Bitcoin's really at a decision point, wedged right on VWAP with crowded longs above and a bigger liquidity pool below pulling at it. Whichever side gets swept first probably sets the next real move. If this kind of breakdown helps, like the video and subscribe, and check out quantreef.com, where this same 9-layer grade, probability, and liquidity read runs across over 100 coins, 7-day trial available. This is purely educational, not financial advice.